So what's going on, YouTube? So I know it's been a while since I last uploaded, and that is because we recently had a baby. Yeah, so we had our first child, our first baby girl, and yeah, she was born 3 weeks ago. So yeah, time has been flying. So yeah, 3 weeks ago we had her, and it's been a challenge ever since. It's just she's always up, always crying and stuff. So you know how it is. So yeah, that's why I haven't really been able to upload as much as I used to. But anyway, it's good to be back, and it's good to be talking about something else. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about basically just the monthly fees and the monthly costs for this car. Like what I pay per month, the insurance, the tires, the oil change. I'm just going to try to cover all of that. So stay tuned. Like this color, the Daytona gray pearl effect, it does hide like the dirt pretty good. So yeah, it still looks clean. The only thing is the tires, or the wheels I should say, sorry. The wheels have a ton of brake dust on them. Like, I hate to wipe it because it looks like it's clean, but I'll just wipe it to show you guys. So yeah, that's what it should look like. But yeah, like the brake dust is all over, as you can see. But what are you gonna do? Yeah. Okay, so I guess the first thing I want to talk about is how much I paid for this car. So keep in mind, I did get every possible option, and that's mainly because I didn't want to regret not getting something. So I basically just went online on cars.com, and I like just set the price filter to the highest one. And because I assumed the most expensive one would have all the options, and in my case it was. That's literally what I did. I went on cars.com, and then I filtered by S5, brand new, and I just set the highest price first. And it turned out to just be this one, and it was perfect. It was just perfect for me. I loved everything about it. I loved the color. I loved the red stitching. I just loved everything, so it worked out. But yeah, basically the window sticker just has every option except for the toll module, the integrated toll module, and that's for the Easy Pass. The reason why I couldn't get that was just because at the time, I guess things were impacted by the war going on in Ukraine, so certain things weren't available, and in my case, it was just integrated toll module. Okay, so on top of the MSRP of $76,615, I did get a couple of other things. So one thing I got was the ceramic coat on the entire car. I did try to negotiate with them to try to take that off because they basically said it was like a lifetime ceramic coat, and I knew immediately that that's not true. No ceramic coat will last a lifetime. So yeah, it was by Simonized. So I actually inspected it myself upon delivery, and I noticed that like right here, there was a bit of a high spot. I did buff it down so it's not there anymore, but basically the rear quarter panel, the same thing on the other side, it was a bit of a high spot, and it turned out to just be the ceramic coat that they applied. It wasn't really done professionally, so I was kind of upset about that because I paid $1,000 for that, and it wasn't really a great job in my opinion. And then I also did get the maintenance plan, so I got the 40,000 mile maintenance plan. So this includes a couple of things, but I would say the three highlights, or maybe the one highlight of it, is that it covers oil changes for every 10,000 miles. So every 10,000 miles, you can come in and they'll replace your oil and oil filter free of charge, because that's included in the plan. Another cool thing is the wipers as well. They replace the windshield wipers free of charge, that's included with the plan, and the inside cabin air filter as well. But I would definitely recommend getting that plan. It's just a peace of mind knowing that you don't have to pay for oil changes and stuff like that in the future. So $322 out of pocket for an oil change on this car. So if you wanted to do it at a lower interval, instead of every 10,000 miles, you want to do it every 7. So that's what you would be paying, $322. And that's if you go to the Audi dealership. Like if you take it to a local shop, you know, like a mom and pop shop that specializes in German cars, I'm sure you can get a lower rate. But just make sure they specialize in German cars, because these cars are different from American cars. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. The next thing I want to talk about are these tires. So these are the Michelin Pro Contact all seasons tires, and these tires are not cheap. So in my previous video I talked about how I hit 4 potholes and had to replace the tire 4 times. So this actually happened on the front driver's side tire. So yeah, these tires, they look good, but they're not, like the sidewall is not really strong. So if you live in an area with a lot of potholes, just consider to get the package that I'm going to talk about. Just consider it. Or unless you're just going to replace your whole setup for the winter, which I might do, or I might just not drive this car in the winter at all. I'll see. But anyway, so I do have the receipt for the tires, for one tire that I paid. So one of these tires cost me $458. So if you were going to replace all 4 tires, it's going to cost about $2,000, because each tire costs $458, and then you add in taxes and stuff like that, it'll come out to about $2,000. So keep that in mind. That's another thing about this car. However, I did get the tire package. So the package that I got, I paid $14.11 for it, and what that includes is basically if I were to hit another pothole, they'll replace the tire free of charge. There's no deductible, there's no limit, and this is for 3 years. So so it gives me a peace of mind knowing that I can hit a pothole and I'll be fine. So now I want to talk about how much I pay per month. So when I applied for financing for this car, basically I did the 72 months and I got 5.99%. And at the time my credit score, I believe, was a 753. But if you have a 780 plus, you'll probably get a pretty good interest rate. But at the time, because this was the first car I ever financed, at the time, so that was a factor that he mentioned, was that since this was the first car I ever financed, the interest rate is going to be a little higher. But whatever, I mean, 5.99%, that's pretty good. I didn't want to go above 6.15%. So when he came back with that, I was pretty happy. So yeah, so 72 months, again, 6% interest rate, 5.99, and right now I do pay $11.20. So on top of that, I also pay for insurance. So I have Geico for this car, and I paid by the year. So I paid $14.49 for the year. If you live in New York, you are required to add your wife to your car insurance. And the only way you can take that off is either if obviously you're divorced, or if she passed away, you wouldn't have to pay for her. But yeah, any other case you have to. Even if she has her own insurance, which she does, I still have to include her on mine. So it's kind of weird. Again, this is just in New York. I'm not sure how it is in like other states. That's just how it is in New York. So just to give you guys some background about me and my past and what I do for a living. I am married, and I have we have our first daughter, which was born 3 weeks ago. We're very happy about that. And I'm also 27 years old, and I'm a software developer. That's my main occupation. I also do like side projects. So I also write like programs for private businesses and stuff like that, as like a side gig. And thankfully I don't have to commute. I work remote, so I barely drive this car. I guess I drive to the gym and to get groceries, and to go back to my parents. They live about 400 miles away, so that's why my mileage is kind of high right now. But other than that, it's basically just used for joyriding. So I've been doing software development for about 5 years now. I was always in my room, like grinding away, programming, doing different things throughout the day when I was in high school and college. So I believe that helped me to get me to where I am now. So anyone who's looking to pursue a job like doing software development, software engineering, I would definitely recommend it. It's very rewarding, especially like the stuff that you write especially when you write something like a program that has a big impact on people. It's definitely very rewarding. So anyone who's looking to get into that field, I would recommend getting into it. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. And I've always been into cars too. Like Too Fast, Too Furious. Me and my best friend, we used to watch Too Fast, Too Furious like over and over and over. I remember I wanted the GTR when I was young, like so bad. I still want it. I'll get it one day. But yeah, I've always been into cars. I've always been into computer programming and stuff like that. So that's just a little bit about me. Oh, so I don't really show under my hood. I think someone asked to see it, but I guess I can just show you guys. So I do a pretty good job cleaning it, like especially here. I think every time I wash my car, I wash under the hood. So I try to like keep it looking good, except for this. I don't really know what I can do about that. Anyway, this is what it looks like underneath the hood. And I did get the APR Cold air intake. You can see it has the carbon fiber here. I thought it looked nice anyway. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And then, yeah, so what the engine looks like. And actually, you can take this off. So if you just pull up, there's like tabs on it. And that's what it looks like without the cover. So, yeah, obviously doesn't look as cool. It has like that foil looking top on it. But yeah, anyway, that's what it looks like without the cover. But I'm just gonna put it back on because it definitely makes a difference. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's what it looks like underneath the hood of my car. So I guess I can do one more walk around in the sunset with the sunroof back. So it's a very stunning car at almost every angle. Alright guys, so I'm losing sunlight here, but anyway, that's going to wrap up today's video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just leave a like if you did, and consider subscribing if you haven't. And just thank you again everybody for, you know, tuning in and supporting this channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, if you want to subscribe, I would appreciate it. That also helps me out. But yeah, also leave a comment if you want to see something else. I try to like read them and do the different videos that you guys talk about. But yeah, just leave a comment if you want to see something else or something different. But yeah, thank you again everybody for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.